Outdoor Channel's presentation of Wednesday Night Horsepower, sponsored by Optima Batteries. It all starts next with a full hour of World of Outlaws.
To look at the World of Outlaws, you'd never know that the color green used to be one of the great taboos of auto racing. But nowhere has green become more a color of fashion and dominance than the World of Outlaws. Tonight, as the World of Outlaws invade the state of Missouri, Steve Kinzer has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that avoiding the color green was just a factless superstition of days gone by. The World of Outlaws is coming up next. No one driver has dominated this track over the years. Steve Kinzer gets the great shot. And we're off and running under green. Top 5 cars make the transfer into the main event. White flag lap. From the I-55 Raceway in Peevely, Missouri, it's the World of Outlaws, presented by Optima Batteries, exclusively on the Outdoor Channel. Hello, everybody. I'm Art Ekman, along with one of the most popular drivers ever to hit this series, Brad Doty. And Brad, we've been almost forced to, week after week, watch the mastery of the king himself, Steve Kinzer.
I'll tell you, Art, I've had so much fun watching this guy, being up in the booth the last few years. I've learned so much as a driver. I mean, the guy does so many things right. He's got a good team behind him. Obviously, one of the main things he does right is read the racetrack, though, to find the fast racing groove. Doesn't matter if it's top or bottom, he can find it, and generally the last 10 laps is where he really comes on.
Well, what does the king himself feel about his mastery?
Well, right now we just got a good race team all the way around. Scott Gherkin's been doing a good jobs with the chassis and the motors, and when you get a race team like that, it gives the driver a lot of confidence.
Well, Brad, with Steve Kinzer winning so much, it leaves the rest of the whole field going for second place in points.
Yeah, it really does. And, you know, last week at Eldora, Danny Lasowski almost pulled off a win there, had an engine go bad on him the last 10 laps, and none other than Steve Kinzer got around him. Last night, Craig Delansky at Sedalia leading the thing, got in the lap traffic and got taken out of that race. Shane Stewart recently got his first World of Outlaws win. He obviously wants another one.
We asked these guys what it takes to beat Kinzer.
His whole package is just awesome right now, and until he retires, I think we're going to have to keep putting up with him.
I tell you got to be on top of your game all the way around. He's got the best race team in the country.
His secret is I think he can start his race car way tighter than I can and still be able to handle it.
Coming up next, we get right to the heat racing action. Stay with us.
His accomplishments boggle the mind. 18 championship, over 500 victories. The original outlaw, Steve Kinzer, the king. Right foot to the floor, sideways at a buck and a half. Seconds to the unknown. The World of Outlaws. The greatest show on dirt invades the KC Raceway Tuesday, May 11th. Tickets are going fast. One night only.
Your vehicle.
Saving offer.
We're back at the I-55 Raceway in Peevely, Missouri. Cars on the track now for our first heat. Danny Lasowski having some problems, technical problems, and we'll have 4 heats, 10 laps each. Under green, Carlson and Kinzer. Kinzer underneath, and look at number 15, Donnie Schatz, the yellow car. Kinzer takes the lead.
And there's Tyler Walker, follows him right up through, puts a slide job. You can see him slide up the banking. It's a real bank here at this I-55 Raceway.
Beautiful pass by that guy, number 5, Tyler Walker, who moved into second place. Schaefer's into third now, with Schatz putting the pressure on him. But out in front, it's the Quaker State number 11.
And look at that, he's running the bottom, and there's 5 car of Walker running the very top. Now Steve moves up the top, and Walker has no choice but to go to the bottom. But again, you can see how much he loses coming up off that bottom.
You know, earlier we talked about Steve Kinzer winning everything there is to win almost this season in the early going. Well, he has not won a qualifying heat yet.
Well, and that's a stat he really doesn't care for. This one he started up front because he qualified bad. Rather not win these heat races. He'd rather qualify a little quicker and starting back further.
Can Walker give him some pressure as Steve Kinzer now has Walker coming around out of turn 4.
And right behind Walker there, you see the 83 Tim Schaefer on the bottom.
Schaefer goes underneath. What a battle for second place. Walker and Schaefer, number 5, Walker. 83 is Schaefer.
when you could really see Schaefer almost had to get on the brakes there, and look at Schatz on the outside, kind of gaining on both of them.
Schaefer 8th last night. He's had 6 top 5s and 9 top 10s this year.
Saw Schaefer reach up, pull a tear off away from his helmet so he can see with clear vision.
Look out, Schatz to the outside on 83. That's quite a race now for 3rd. Schatz on the top side.
Schaefer went in the middle, 1 and 2 in the middle, and kind of stuck there a little bit, and Schatz had a run on the outside.
What a great race as they're approaching now lap traffic. But the white flag will be coming out this next turn.
Look at that, Schatz put the slider on. Walker almost drilled him and turns and gets back under him.
Back and forth we go. Schatz down low out of turn 3. This guy's way ahead, Steve Kinzer. It's Walker and Schatz. Schatz going in down low, but Walker a nice block. And it's Walker with 2nd, Schatz in 3rd, Schaefer in 4th. Busch is next, and Tony Lutar. Take a look at our lineup now for Heat 2. It's Craig Kinzer, the top rookie on the pole, with Brian Paulus, a one-time winner of the season, next to him. In row 2, Jesse Hockett, a local Missouri boy, along with Jason Sides. Jonathan Allard and Paul McMahon in row 3. And then it's Short, Mohan, Devers, Bruns, and Boyer rounding out the field. We're under green, and it's Craig Kinzer, the top rookie. High on the outside and down low, number 75. And at 75 is Jesse Hockett. He's a local driver, but he's doing a great job on this one.
Well, boy, he's really falling back in a hurry right now. He's just slipping and sliding. I think he's out of the transfer spot already. And
Sides has moved into 2nd place as he goes down low, and he's putting the pressure right now on Craig Kinzer. Kinzer doing an outstanding job, and we've got the yellow flag out. And we're ready to go once again.
On that start there, Allard got in the back of Jesse Hockett a little bit. I don't think it damaged too much. Boy, those guys are really dicing back there for 5th.
Yeah, look at Hockett go down low in the red 75.
See Craig Kinzer bounce the cushion there a little bit in 3 and 4. Let Sides close in on him just a little bit. Oh, look. Paul McMahon having trouble.
Paul McMahon, 11-8. Second restart of our second heat. Once again, Sides likes that low groove, and then up top was Kinzer.
Yeah, Sides has no choice but to go down there as Kinzer's on the top.
Oh, what a pass by Sides coming out of 4.
Now look, Sides goes back to top. Again, he had no choice to run but run the bottom when the leader was on top. You can't pass following, so he put the slide on. He gets back up to the fast line.
Okay, now it's Sides, Craig Kinzer, Paulus, and it's still a battle now for 4th.
Yeah, again, Hockett and Allard right there going at it again as Hockett's got to run on the outside.
That's Allard underneath with the white and the red 35, and Hockett goes up top again.
Now these guys have to remember, and I'm sure they will, that the top 5 are transfers. So all they got to do is finish the top 5. They don't want to take each other out, battling for 5th place. And they look like they about got together.
My goodness, Allard down low now, and Hockett has Paulus up top in that line. Allard cutting up in front. Look at the acceleration out of 2, Brad.
Hockett did a nice job there. He went in on the top, turned the car, and drove back underneath again. These guys back there swapping that position.
Here comes Sides around, and once he gets out of 4, he'll see the white flag for the final lap of our second qualifying heat. It's waving in the breeze. Sides, Craig Kinzer, and Paulus 1, 2, 3 with Allard and Hockett still to decide 4th and 5th. And the rest will be going on and still have to qualify. The checkered flag for Sides. Here's how it officially ended up. We got Jason Sides, of course, the winner. Craig Kinzer in 2nd, Paulus 3rd, Allard 4th, Hockett 5th. Those guys transferred to the main event. The big upset right now was the second fast time driver, McMahon, did not qualify. This is the World of Outlaws, exclusively on the Outdoor Channel, presented by Optima Batteries. We'll be right back.
Our source.
Welcome back to the I-55 Raceway for more World of Outlaws. Some anxious drivers are ready now for Heat 3. Jason Myers on the pole, Joey Saldana number 2 next to him. In row 2, it's Ricky Logan and Brian Brown. In row 3, Erin Crocker, the first lady of the Outlaws, and Brooke Tatnell. He had the 3rd fast time so far, number 66. And then it's Wimmer, Bennett, Shanks, Keith, and Babb. Under green.
You got them all tangled up down in 3 and 4, and it looks like Aaron Crocker has a left rear tire flat.
Kinzer winning the first heat. Jason Sides the second heat. We're under green. And look at the Volcano Joe's number 2 up high. Saldana. Myers is underneath, and what a battle for third as Brown gets into the mix. Number 6 coming in low. Right there, the red car. You see him coming out of 4.
Sliding up in front of Ricky Logan there, taking the spot away. But man, oh man, that start. Jason Myers got stuck in the slick part of the racetrack out of turn 2. Lost a lot of ground to Saldana, but there he's kind of closing in a little bit more. Gaining back. Look at this. Wimmer coming back through, passing Aaron Crocker, but she battles back to the inside.
Aaron Crocker not giving an inch or two. But the top 4 and 5 cars are really bunched up.
Well, there was a good example of Crocker slow on the bottom, and Wimmer tried to pull the outside of her, lost all that speed, and actually got past.
Saldana having a good time with this new ride. He's been in the top 5 in all 3 previous races.
Yeah, this seems to have clicked, as they say in the business, or gelled well with this team, and they've been running pretty good since he got in the seat. Look at the racetrack, getting higher and higher, that groove moving up, getting closer to the wall.
That's tackle number 66, the first Australian to win a World of Outlaws race. He's trying to move up another notch.
And as you said, he was third quick time, which is the quickest time of all these guys in this heat race.
There's Saldana.
Ooh, and coming up on some traffic. Look at Myers here on the bottom, but again, look how slow it is around the bottom there. Takes
really slick.
Takes a lot of patience right there as the driver. You just have to be easy on the throttle, and I think he's going to get by maybe in lap traffic.
Oh, look at the sandwich he's in.
Now let's see the lap car.
14-2 going at it, and Myers slips out in front of him. What a move on Saldana.
Look at the heavy lap traffic they're trying to weed through.
Aaron Crocker going down low, so both of our leaders up top, and it's Jason Myers, number 14, is our new leader. And we're not far away from the white flag. It's waving. 1 lap to go for Jason Myers. Saldana in second place. Brown in third. Tapnell in fifth. And it's Logan in fourth, the checkered flag waving. And what a race for Jason Myers. Official results now for our heat. Myers, his first heat win of the year. Saldana, Brown, Tapnell, and Logan making the transfer to the main event. But the guy's in trouble. Well, I should say lady in trouble, along with the guy, Wimmer and Crocker, not making it. Checking out our lineup now for the 4th and final qualifying heat. Number 56, Tommy Worley. He's out of Missouri, as is his neighbor there on the first row, Jared Hull. Then we've got Shane Stewart and Randy Anderson, Craig Delansky in the third row, Darren Pittman, and we're underway. Number 56, Tommy Worley. And look at 4, cut down underneath that Shane Stewart. Stewart going up high as Worley cuts down low in the red machine. So it's number 4 in front.
What's one thing nice about a high bank little racetrack like this, you can see what happens when you turn that car and drive down off the banking like that. You can pick up a lot of speed.
Jared Hull having a good battle now. Look at the group coming out of there. There's Delansky, and he's really caught behind everything.
Yeah, he's trying to run the bottom to get around the 12 car there. Just can't get enough bite off that corner. Boy, that's frustrating as a driver, too, when you're spinning the tires.
Jared Hull holding down second place as Stewart starts to take away with it. You see him there in the blue and white car. Stewart, 4M.
Boy, in a real battle back here, if you watch 3rd, 4th, and 5th spots, really battling back right there. And Anderson gets up over the cushion.
Pittman, look at Darren Pittman, number 21.
There's something broke on the front of Anderson's car. You can see the wheels flopping there. He's got some sort of steering problem in the front.
Green flag, we're underway once again. Delansky, who had to drift up kind of high, didn't get any traction down low, Brad.
Yep, that slide job, you got to clear a guy before you slide up into him, and Craig had to wait on the race car and let Jared Hall go back around on the outside.
Pittman's in a heck of a battle in the bubble right now. Goes down low out of turn 2, number 21.
But look what happens. Montgomery battles right back again because Pittman slide on the bottom. It takes so much time to go up across the track.
The Montgomery brothers out of Missouri, Tim and Joey. They're both in this race. They started on the same row, but number 21 now nailing down 4th. Number 32 is Tim Montgomery.
Shane Stewart trying to battle back from the tail, but
And the yellow flag to caution comes out once again. Here they come. Number 12, it's Hull. And there's Delansky.
Well, I don't know what happened to Delansky, Art, on that start.
Really?
Whether the engine stumbled or what, but he really didn't get a good start at all.
And Tim Montgomery going on low, the white car, number 32, battling with Delansky, number 7. And Pittman now is in 5th. He's in a good spot, number 21 right there on your screen.
Yeah, and Tim Montgomery, the 32, started outside his brother, started in 8th spot, so good run for both of those guys.
And Shane Stewart is making an effort to qualify. Shane Stewart, with the white flag out, is 2 spots behind Pittman. Can he possibly get in front of that number 7 car, Tim Vanderveer? Here's the checkered flag. A great heat win for Jared Hull, and a bang-bang play for second place. Pittman taking 3rd, right behind number 32, Tim Montgomery. All kinds of surprises in our final qualifying heat as Jared Hull takes the checkered flag. Delansky in 2nd. Tim Montgomery bragging rights for the brothers. Darren Pittman and Tim Vanderveer also qualifies for the main event.
Yeah, Vanderveer started on the last row and made it up to a transfer spot, so great run for him.
What will be the order of the first 8 rows in the main event? Who's going to be on the pole position? Well, the dashes will give us those answers when we return.
7.
Brad Doty welcoming you back to the world of Outlaws. Dash 1. We could decide the pole position out of this as it'll decide who starts on the inside of that main event. Jason Sides on the pole. Jonathan Allard, Pittman and Schaefer, Logan and Walker, Paulus and Hull. We're under green. Sides down low. Allard up on top. Allard number 35 cuts down underneath off of turn 2. A brilliant move by Allard. Sides coming back down. Coming out of turn 4, slides up, and look at this battle. Looks like it's on ice.
Yeah, they're slip sliding around back there, and and Allard gets over the cushion, about bangs the wall, and Tim Schaefer stacks everybody up behind Allard.
Somebody's not going to make it. Walker is not even in position. Tyler Walker, number 5. Allard in 2nd place. There's Sides, your leader. There's Allard in 2nd place, and Darren Pittman moving into 3rd, back and 4th.
Oh, and they almost touched, getting into 3. Oh, man, Schaefer slides up just enough in front of Pittman.
Number 83, Tim Schaefer. Pittman and Schaefer just going at it. Look out behind, though. They've got a lot of people. Ricky Logan, number 17G, going down low, and Pittman gets up into the hard stuff. Getting set for the restart. You like short track racing. You keep telling me a short track. What makes a short track?
Well, anything 3/8 or smaller, a little bull ring, I call it. Keeps the action tight. It keeps the cars in lap traffic, and there's cars strung all over the place. And this is the kind of good racing you get.
Not many laps to go. Sides, Allard. Walker dives underneath for 3rd. Can he hold 3rd coming out of 4? Oh, close action.
And look at that. It slowed Tim Schaefer up, and Ricky Logan sneaking around on the inside.
Ricky Logan, number 17 in the yellow car. Back and forth we go. White flag is out in our first dash. It looks like Jason Sides wants his first pole position of the year. Number 83 having a tough time of it, Schaefer. Sides takes the checkered flag. Allard in 2nd, Walker in 3rd. 17G and 12 in that order. And number 83 last in that dash, but that's not a dishonor. Brad Doty's always telling us of the limited vision for the drivers. Well, that's our subject for tonight's World of Outlaws Tech Tip.
You've probably heard me say in the past the drivers can't see the front tires from where they sit in the cockpit. That's because this hood is as high as they can possibly get it and still see over it. There are 2 reasons for that. One is an aerodynamic benefit. The other is to keep the rockets and shrapnel and other debris flying off the rear tires of the car in front of them from hitting the driver. Along with that is this arm guard. This arm guard protects the arm and the rib cage area from rocks. They found out, though, that this also works as a sail like on a boat. So when the car is in yaw, or other words, running sideways through the corner, this catches a lot of air and keeps the back of the car from sliding out too much. The problem is this got so big that it closed up this opening in the roll cage. The World of Outlaws made a rule that it has to be 10 inches by 21 inches. So in a crash, if the car is laying on its left side, the driver can still climb out through the opening.
Line up for our second dash of action on the pole. Brian Brown along with Donnie Schatz, Delansky, Tatnell, Hockett, Steve Kinzer, Saldana and Craig Kinzer under green we go. Up top, number 15, Donnie Schatz. Schatz taking over the lead. Delansky looking like he's having all kinds of problems as coming up is Brown.
Well, Brown actually started on the front there, Art, and backed up a spot. Delansky able to get a run on him and get around him. And right now, Brian falling back a couple spots.
Tapnell up high is gunning for third as we see our leader. There's Tapnell, number 66, going down low on Joe's Coffee.
Oh boy, and look at the amount of racetrack. When you slide up again like that, you got to wait on the race car to pick the throttle up. The guy on the outside has momentum. These guys in the back slip sliding around all over the place.
Meanwhile, Kinzer's got his hands full with Brown as they come out of 3 going into 4. So it's Saldana in third behind Delansky. Shots way out in front, and we're spread apart now. Tatnell is in 4th. Kinzer moves into 5th. There's Kinzer.
Yeah, and right behind you see that coming in the shot there, Brian Brown. Right there just getting around Craig Kinzer. They've been battling out for quite a bit. And again, Brown started on the pole, so he's moving his way back through the field.
Brown having a little trouble this year getting started, got injured. And,
yep, started off the year bad, but at least he's in a dash right now. I mean, he's backing up right now, but if they just get in, the full out was close. They can just get in the show. Maybe they back tweak on that race car and get him faster for the A.
White flag for our leader. Donnie Schatz out in front. As you see him just ripping along. He's almost caught the tail end of the field. Schatz gets the checkers. Delansky in 2nd. Saldana in 3rd. Tatnell in 4th. Steve Kinzer in 5th. Craig Kinzer in 6th. Brown in 7th. And number 75, Hockett.
How do you think your chances are for tonight's main? What do you think about starting on the pole?
Well, we're in the right spot. I don't know if we're good enough to make it 40 up front, but cushion's right up there on the fence, and it's kind of touchy. You don't want to mess with it. I was really trying to play it as cautious as I could. We need to get the car a little better here. And if we get things right, we'll be all right.
The C-Main presents opportunity. 8 laps. Only the top 2 cars get the final 2 spots. You the B-Main. That will be next on our World of Outlaws presentation.
Come see that Texas is more than you've heard. Stop online at TravelTex.com or call 1-800-8888-TEX and find out what to see, what to do, and where to stay in Texas. Have dinner by candlelight, not just campfire. See where we wrangle spaceships or drive more than cattle. Of course.
Every Tuesday night at 10.
The second half of World of Outlaws is coming up next on Optima Batteries Wednesday Night Horsepower.
Art Ekman and Brad Doty welcoming you back to the World of Outlaws. Well, it's still a struggle for some to qualify. We've got the C-Main coming up. 8 laps. Only the top 2 get a chance in the last chance qualifier. The B-Main coming up later. On the first row, it's Devers and Shanks. Then it's Geist and Bruns. Keith and Buckley. Souders and Boyer, Babb and Matthews. We're set to go. The green flag is out. We're ready to go for the C-Main. And a good jump by Devers, number 72. Number 55 on the low side is Alex Shanks. 2 red cars out in front. Bruns in 3rd as they come out of turn 4. Oh, they touched wheels coming into turn 1, Brad.
Yeah, they're kind of beating and banging to get on that bottom groove, and it's kind of slow down there, but it, again, takes a lot of patience. Look on the bottom here. The 55 car slid up just enough. Now he's going to go back to the top, leave the 44 of Garst there, try to get back under him.
Well, Alex Shanks has done a nice job of keeping onto that number 2 spot because that is the transfer spot. It will keep them alive.
Yeah, 72 of Devers here. You can see there the leader. He's just gone. But that ever spot that right there, 44 going after the 55 on the bottom again. If the 55 can leave him just enough room, and he does.
Oh, nice move by 44, Geist. Kaylee Geist.
That's what it took. The 55 slid off just enough, and look, once Garst got by him there, he can he's kind of pulling away from him. Again,
44 Bruns is trying to make a last-ditch effort as he goes high, and there's our leader.
Yeah.
There's Bruns. Only the top two transferring. Boy, this number 2 spot could get a little contentious here.
Yeah, the battle of 44s here.
1 lap to go. White flag is waving.
So far, Garth's doing a good job rolling around that bottom, holding on to the 2nd spot.
But Devers, this was his race, that's for sure. As he will get his shot in the last chance qualifier, the B feature, along with number 44, Kaylee Geist.
Well, I tell you what, we got a long way to go, but this is a brand new car. We had it out for the first time last night, and we actually changed from a coil-over rear suspension to a torsion bar rear suspension. So we've got quite a learning curve here yet, but it looks promising.
It's Mike Devers and Kaylee Geist to keep their hopes alive with the 2 top finishing spots out of the C main, so they'll continue their fight as we anticipate the B main feature when we get back. Welcome back to the I-55 Raceway. Only 4 drivers and crews get a chance at the main event out of this B main. 12 laps of action. On the pole is McMahon. Crocker next to him. Lasowski and Anderson. Stewart and Worley Jr. Carlson and Short. Brandon Wimmer and Joey Montgomery. Latire and Mohan. Bennett and Landolt. And then the 2 from the C main right at the end, Deaver and Geist. Only 4 cars making it to the main event, and we got some powerhouses in this lineup, Brad.
Oh, this B main, I'll tell you, it really gets on the nerves of all the drivers because you know this is it.
Lasowski down low, McMahon up high, and Stewart down low behind Lasowski with Aaron Crocker. Stewart moves into 3rd very rapidly. Lasowski moves into 1st down low. He likes that low groove.
Yeah, he does. We saw some cars battling, beating, and banging back there. We'll see who's going to have all the patience as they show Lasowski on the bottom being very patient. Who's going to run that cushion and run the top? Oh, as Anderson and Crocker almost get together on the back straightaway.
That's a battle for 4th.
Yeah, Crocker kind of stuck in the middle of the racetrack. She's getting passed on both sides.
This battle for 2nd place, though, McMahon continues to go high and gets a good slingshot out of 2 and Stewart. And then up against the fence is Randy Anderson. Getting ready for the restart. Danny Lasowski's leading the group, and we're going to get a speed shot on this 1/3 mile. How fast can they generate out of that corner, turn number 4, Brad?
Well, this is a restart. It takes about a lap to really get up to speed. Frustrating as a driver, you got to stay single file till you get past that cone, so you can be right on a guy and make a move on him, but you got to back out of the throttle and let him go. That's
Stewart. He's moved into 3rd place. McMahon is up high. Lasowski continues to lead as we check Stewart out. There's Lasowski going into turn 1 and 2. Stewart banging it out with McMahon.
Yeah, they're almost stopped in that corner. Now McMahon goes to the inside and Stewart goes way around the top right here behind him. There they are. They were beating and banging on that bottom spot. But again, it takes so much pace. Look how slow McMahon is off that corner. You have to go in slow. You get on the brakes hard, roll around the corner, and you can't squeeze that throttle till right now. He can't even get on the throttle much till about right there.
Boy, McMahon, I thought he was going to pick off our speed camera coming out of 4 as he comes out of 2, and we've got the caution flag out. Jim Mohan. Green flag is out. Lasowski gets a good jump. Stewart continues up in the high mode. Lasowski down low with McMahon behind him, and Stewart makes the lead. Oh my goodness, Lasowski jumped out of there.
Yeah, you can see him do a wheelie. That's again some of that patience. He couldn't ease on the throttle, then he got into some moisture, and you can see it just lift the front wheels right off the ground.
Boy, Shane Stewart with a wonderful move. Leads in this B main event where 4 cars will transfer to the main, I should say.
Now remember Shane Stewart in this B because he packed that wheel leading his heat race and stopped to have the mud taken out.
McMahon in 3rd, and there's still a battle going on for 4th. Stewart. Lasowski. McMahon.
Bennett goes underneath the Carlson there out of turn 4. Aaron Crocker, who started up front.
Crocker on the outside. Bennett down inside. A battle of red cars. Number 3 is Bennett. Crocker, Aaron Crocker.
Now she's in 4th right now. So again, the top 4, only ones to transfer.
The top 4 is spreading out quite a bit. Oh, Aaron having lots of problems.
Yeah,
there.
Took a big push there. and allowing Bennett to get back underneath. You really got to hammer on the throttle hard running a big Burmese cushion like this. You got to go in slow, ease up to it, and then just mash the throttle pedal and nip at that berm up there. If you have to get out of the throttle, that's when it pulls the front of the car around.
Our leader, Shane Stewart, is getting into traffic now as he'll see the white flag come out his next trip down. There you see number 4 and the white flag, one final lap. Lasowski comes across in second place, but third and fourth a battle. McMahon, 16-3, Bennett and Crocker going at it.
Yeah, real battle out of turn 2 for those guys. And Crocker right there going around the back outside of Bennett. That is for the transfer spot.
The checkered flag is out and waving. Look at that. Aaron Crocker brings the fans alive in the stands. Standing room only, but they were all on their feet for Aaron Crocker just on that bubble. They got a last chance, and they took advantage of it. In the B main, taking the checkers, Shane Stewart. Behind him, Danny Lasowski, Paul McMahon, and Aaron Crocker. All 4 going to the main event. The scene is set for the A main from Peebly, Missouri. The green flag, the checkers call when we return. Welcome back to the world of Outlaws. Many drivers sacrifice a lot to go racing. Some even have to cross over borders, like Canadian Tony Lutar. Tonight's World of Outlaws drivers profile.
Well, my dad has an auto wrecking yard when I was a kid, and before I could even see over the steering wheels, I used to get those old hot rods and run them up and down the road and in and out of ditches. And that's what got me going. When I was just like 13, I used to help a guy run a pavement oval car, and then I just went and bought one and started racing when I was 16. Well, I fly in and out pretty well almost every week. And then, as you know, the Canadian dollar is like, it's only worth 70 cents, so we know we're on an uphill battle. And actually the 70 cents has just been this year because we've been paying like 50 cents, just like the Australian dollar. And and you leave all your family, and I mean, that's the hardest part about coming out here because we're so far away on the west coast of Canada. I guess once you strap in a race car, it's really hard to stay out because I've tried to stay out and I can't. Winning anything out here is a thrill. You know, you got to be lucky, you know. So it'll turn one day, I hope, anyway, before I pack it in.
There they are, 4 abreast to salute the fans here at this great racetrack, I-55 Raceway in Peebly, Missouri. The A main about ready, 40 laps of action. In the first row, Jason Sides, 7S, along with Donnie Schatz, number 15. Row 2, Jonathan Allard and Craig Delansky. Row 3, Tyler Walker and Joey Saldana. Row 4, 17G, Logan. He's out of Little Rock, Arkansas. And number 66, Brooke Tatnell. Row 5, it's Hull and Steve Kinzer in row 5, trying for his 3rd consecutive victory. In row 6, number 83, Tim Schaefer, along with Craig Kinzer. And in row 7, it's Pittman and Brown. Row 8, Paulus and Hockett. Row 9, McMahon and Crocker. Row 10, Danny Lasowski and Stewart. Myers and Bush. Montgomery and Vandiver. And the provisional starter is Tony Lutar, and we are underway. Sides and Schatz dueling it out up high.
Oh, man,
and look at Schatz cartwheeling through the air on the backstretch.
Let's get another look here of Donnie Schatz, what happened to him on the start. Nice bold move around sides on the outside. No contact there, but watch right there. He jumps the cushion, turns the car sideways. The right rear digs in. Over he goes.
The restart, still 40 laps. Not a lap completed when Schatz went flying through the air. His car too damaged to come back out, so they all come back. And, Kinzer! Steve Kinzer in turn 1. And he hit that wall very, very hard. Here's the restart. Let's check out the replay now. You'll see the green wing right in the center, moving to the left. And he gets popped right there.
Got squeezed up in the wall down the front straight. And watch out the right of the screen. Right there, it hits the end of the wall, turns the car to the right, trips over the left rear. That's a pretty hard ground pounder right there.
It's amazing that he wasn't hurt in this accident. Let's slow it down even more.
Again, upper right of your screen, right there, the right rear hits the wall, turns the car. Boy, when it goes to the right like that, the left rear tire digs in and over he goes.
Waiting for the green flag. Sides 7S, but look at Delansky. Delansky taking the inside route, drifts up high to get traction. But Sides coming back. It's the battle of the sevens.
Yeah, coming off on that. Oh. Delansky almost had to stop. I mean, remember, these cars have no clutches. That could almost stalled his engine.
Oh, he hit the wall in two.
Well, actually, got on the cushion. That's that cushion I talked about, that big berm up there. You saw Sides hit it right behind him. Saw Shane Stewart do that and pack the right rear wheel. These guys have to be careful.
Delansky's so aggressive when he's come back from that injury of last year. And Lasowski, number 20. This could be a big break for him.
Yeah, remember, Lasowski started 19th, battling Steve Kinzer for the points championship. Steve Kinzer out of the race, so Lasowski can move up through the field and possibly gain a lot of points.
I would venture to say he's in 10th already.
And right around the bottom.
2, 4, 6, 8, about 9th. Wow. Lasowski, number 20, taking that inside route.
So he's moved up 9 or 10 spots in just a couple of laps here.
Our leader, Craig Delansky, looking for his first victory in a long time.
Boy, and that's really literally flirting with disaster up there running that cushion, that big old berm.
Sides in second is doing the same thing.
Yeah, and Sides on that restart on that red flag when Steve Kinzer flipped, he had some wing damage, Jason. Sides to the left front corner, and he was able to put a new wing on it on the red flag.
Paulus has come into the pits. That's all for him, probably, as he was only going to go out and run one lap anyway. And there's our leader.
Heavy lap traffic. 3 cars on the back straightaway alone. He just passed 3 lap cars. Coming up on Aaron Crocker right in front of him.
This is a tough traffic situation. He had a tough one last night and didn't make it through.
Yeah, he's got to be thinking about that. Boy, that cost him a lot of time there as he slid up into the middle of the racetrack. But yeah, as you said last night, leading the race, a couple laps to go, and ran over. Oh boy, he slid up behind Aaron Crocker there. He's got to be careful, but he can't wait too long. These guys will be closing in on him from behind.
Last night at Sedalia, he led laps 23 through 25, and then an incident while trying to pass. Jason Johnson crashed in turn 3 and came out of it in 21st position. Last week, though, at Eldora, he scored his 3rd top 5 finish with a 4th place and a 2nd fast time in that race. So you know he's rounding back into shape.
That's Brooke Tatnall, the Australian. There's racing all over this racetrack. They're nose to tail, front to rear, all over this place.
In the traffic, anything can happen. Delansky coming down the home stretch.
It's actually probably about a half a straightaway ahead of Sides.
Right between Hockett. Hockett goes high, and he just squeezes in front of him.
Hockett knew he was the leader of the race, had a chance to see him there probably, and did let up and let the leader go by, which he should.
Delansky looking, searching for the best, safest line right now, as he has a pretty good lead.
Boy, and the racetrack is pretty black all over it. It might get a little rubber down and actually get stickier. Yeah, Craig Delansky, the leader, he'll have to be careful, make sure he finds that rubber on the racetrack before maybe Jason Sides, as you just saw there, other number 7.
Delansky now approaching McMahon as he cuts right through a sandwich of cars. Still holding true between Schaefer and McMahon. McMahon coming up on his rear side is a lapped car, number 11. You see him there, and there's Delansky, number 7, looking for his first victory on the season. Cuts inside. Tim Schaefer just can't quite get by him. That's going to be a good matchup, and it might give the chance for everybody else to catch up.
You know, looking at the tires, the tread width really black. I wonder if the racetrack itself isn't starting to get a little rubber down. And when it does that, it really grinds the tires. It's really abrasive on these rear tires. So if somebody chose too soft a tire, Lasowski, they're coming through the pack. They're going to have to be careful not to wear them out and not finish the race.
Rick Logan in that yellow 17 car. He's really kind of caught in a pack here. Rick Logan right in front of that number 7 VMAC of Delansky. And Sides is coming into 3 as Delansky is exiting 4. There's Sides coming down the front stretch. Jason Sides, a former Rookie of the Year, Kevin Gobrick Award winner. And he would love to notch a first victory, career victory here in the World of Outlaws. Delansky still can't get around that sandwich between Rick Logan from Little Rock, Arkansas, and McMahon behind him.
Yeah, this racetrack's definitely getting faster. Oh, no, gee, the leader comes up. Logan didn't know he was out there and slid up. I thought he was going to take the front end off of,
and they touch. They touch front wheels as Delansky gives him a little pat. Aaron Crocker went sideways, but controlled it out of 2 right behind Delansky. Can Delansky hold on? This is a long race. 40 laps in Pittman number 21.
And I believe Pittman is in 3rd spot. He's come from quite a ways back up into 3rd spot. It's just as you start there, the leader going by, that was Jason Myers up on the turn 2, about lost it, but he kept going, no yellow.
There's Pittman just getting in front of Myers, number 14. Pittman was in the 7th row on the inside and has done a great job coming up through the ranks. Delansky and Sides still 1st and 2nd. As Sides comes out of 2, that's Pittman dueling with Myers. And there's our leader, number 7. He's got Shane Stewart in front of him as he comes out of 2. And he's got a little running room right now. Yeah, boy, he really got through a vicious pack.
Really did. Talking about this rubber down stuff, I don't see a lot of tire smoke off the tires. That's a good sign. If they're really smoking a lot, that means they're really wearing them out in a hurry.
There you see is that Craig Kinzer, and we've got a yellow flag out now in turn 1. Is that Schaefer? I believe it's number 83.
Yeah, Tim Schaefer.
Tim Schaefer with a flat right rear tire. We'll take a break and then come right back with more action.
One by.
Welcome back to the I-55 Raceway for more World of Outlaws. 29 laps down, 11 to go. Delansky, Sides in 2nd place. Pittman in 3rd. Walker in 4th. Saldana in 5th. We are back under green.
And I talked to Craig Delansky today quite a while, talking about last night, taking himself out in lap traffic. I said, did you sleep good last night? He said, are you kidding me? He said, you know better than that. He had a rough night last night. He could forget all about that if he could pull this win off tonight.
Number 83 is back in the race. At the back of the pack, and Delansky is just taken off, away, running away and hiding from Sides as he comes out of 4 down the front stretch. And there's Schaefer.
Yeah, Schaefer who blew the tire, put it back on, restarted at the tail, trying to work his way back up through.
Delansky coming back out of 4. 9 laps to go.
Actually, was just showing Tim Schaefer there. He might have an advantage putting that new right rear tire on for at least a couple laps here. All these other guys with worn tires give him a chance, and he is 83 back there passing a lot of race cars. He's coming through the pack in a hurry.
Sides still holding comfortably into 2nd place. Pretty good lead on Pittman. About a straightaway lead on Pittman.
Yeah, Craig just kind of running his own line now, running the car about as straight as he can, and trying to keep those tires a little cooler.
And another caution.
Jason Myers here on the front straightaway.
Myers.
Oh, right there, he blew a tire. Couldn't see it from our
another tire, another right side rear.
Another right rear.
There you see Logan, the yellow car, number 17, and then the blue car, number 21, is in 3rd. Back to green, 5 laps to go.
Boy, Jason Sides just didn't get going at all on that restart. I don't know if the engine stumbled or what.
Look at Pittman, though. Pittman already in front and is right behind Sides. He wants to challenge for 3rd before this 5-lap race is over with. Pittman trying the inside. Sides just enough grip. He's got the challenge now.
Yeah, see if Sides should be getting that air pressure built back up in that right rear a little bit right now. But boy, if he slides out of 4, keeps sliding up there, he's leaving the door open. But he's faster down in 1 and 2 than Pittman is. Pittman's a little faster in 3 and 4.
And up against the wall is Aaron Crocker, and it looked like maybe Craig Kinzer, is it?
Yeah, Craig Kinzer got involved, and also the 75.
That's Jesse Hockett. 37 laps down. 3 laps to go. Delansky sides. His tire is going flat.
He didn't need this last restart. I said on the restart before this, it was going flat. As long as he was racing and under green, keeping heat in it, he was okay. This yellow came out, and that thing's all been on the rim.
Pittman still in 3rd. Schaefer has moved into 4th. Walker in 6th. And Saldana in back of him. The green flag is out. 3 laps to go.
Remember Tim Schaefer?
Look at Schaefer. Schaefer on the outside, number 83, dueling with Pittman, number 21.
Remember, he started on the rear. He was able to put a new tire on because it blew out early in the race. He's battling for 2nd spot.
Walker now has moved into 4th. The sides just can't get that flat tire to work.
Yeah, sides falling back through the field.
White flag is out. Delansky got to be holding his breath right now. Pittman and Schaefer just battling it out for 2nd place. This is the last lap coming out of 4. Delansky, Delansky, Delansky. Pittman, Schaefer, Walker, Sides, Logan, Saldana. What a race we've seen here tonight in Peabody, Missouri. Can you believe it, Brad?
What a comeback for Delansky. As I said, we talked about him losing last night in lap traffic and coming back and winning this thing. And then Tim Schaefer in the 83 coming from the tail to battle for 2nd. And Darren Pittman, who started 13th. Good run for him.
Craig Delansky's 6th career World of Outlaws main event victory. We'll get the official results and words from the winner when we return.
His accomplishments boggle.
Minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to the I-55 Raceway, where the celebration has just begun, especially for tonight's winner, Craig Delansky. Pittman, his best finish of the year. Schaefer takes 3rd, Walker 4th, and Sides rounds out the top 5. Tonight's winner, Craig Delansky, from 10th to 8th in the standings. Let's hear from our winner.
I tell you what, DJ Lindsay and Rod Faber, I feel like I got the best team I've ever had right now, and I really look forward to the future with these guys. We've got a great car owner in Scott Boyd, and just everybody that supports this race team, VMAC, Caravan, Hoosier Tires, Charlie Garrett Racing Engines, Maxim Chassis. We got a lot of great people behind this team, and I just can't thank them all enough.
Just where does the points leader Steve Kinzer with a 25th finish tonight stack up with the Lasowski's 11th place? Well, the Kings' lead has been shaved to 69 points over the dude in 2nd place. 3 through 7 are separated by only 10 points. In the battle for the Kevin Gobrick Rookie of the Year honors, Craig Kinzer holds a 209-point lead on Jonathan Allard, who is 66 ahead of Aaron Crocker and 77 ahead of Brian Brown. This is Art Ekman for Brad Doty, thanking you for being with us from the I-55 Raceway in Peabody, Missouri. Join us next week from the Talladega Short Track. So long, everybody.